Several Homeland Security cars were stationed outside of the bankruptcy court and courthouse in Greenville, but not because there was a danger. Homeland Security officers tell 90 Your Side they were there as part of their community outreach to let people know that they are in the area. They also were there to remind people that if they see something, say something, especially when they see anything suspicious happening outside of a federal building.
Any thoughts just overall as a citizen and as a veteran, a combat veteran, seeing all this?
Well, one of the things I like that you said is that the veterans overseas are getting ready to come home to this. And it reminded me of the past few days. I have a buddy who's stationed in Japan. I've got another that's in Afghanistan. They can't see a lot of these websites. And they're coming to me and saying, hey, Joe, what's really happening in America right now? What's going on at the border? Why is our police being militarized so much? And I have to tell them, and it breaks their heart every single time. They're like, why is this happening right now? Am I really going to come home to this right now? And they're scared of what's happening to America right now. And I don't blame them.
Because they're not traitors.
Yeah, they're not. They don't want anything to do with this. You know, most of them go over there, like I said, for a good purpose. You know, a lot of them want the college, the benefits, something like that. None of them want to go and come back and be trained to take over cities here in America. No one has that. No one wants to do that. I just don't understand. I mean, this video we're about to show, it's not National Guard. That's their job to take care of stuff here back in the homeland. This is big Army, regular Army, 3rd Infantry Division, 1st Cavalry, 1st Armored Division. So
this is the tip of the spear.
Yes.
Explain to folks what that means. I mean, this is not just regular Army. This is the absolute shock forces.
Yes. 3rd ID is one of the biggest infantry units. They're some of the first ones to go in. 1st Armored Division is one of the biggest armored, you know, your tanks, your paladins, things like that. And 1st Cavalry is one of the biggest cavalry divisions there is. So they've got the 3 biggest guys in there right now training at this place for an apparent martial law takeover. It's unbelievable. Just imagine opening up and you're sitting in your house and you hear explosions, you hear helicopters flying overhead, and you peek through your blind real quick and you look outside and it's U.S. military, it's Army with American flags on their shoulders, and you're sitting there like, why are you on our streets? What are you doing here?
And they admit that's to acclimate everyone. Look at the Boston bombing.
Yeah, you ease it in. You ease it in.
Look at the Boston bombing, going to everybody's houses and, oh, you're a black lady, you're a blonde-haired lady, you look nothing like the guy we're looking for. We're going to drag you out with a gun to your head.
All right, so some of the video right here you're going to see is pretty disturbing. Actual big Army out here training to put people into FEMA camps, essentially. You will have them taking them into custody, detaining them, and handing them over to police to be held. So right here we have a 3rd Infantry Division patch. You'll also see a 1st Armored Division, which is out of El Paso, Texas. And then you'll see a 1st Cavalry Division patch as well. Helicopters coming in, soldiers. It looks fine and dandy. Then you got the concertina wire right here. Soldier, white guy, actually fighting an African-American citizen, getting her, trying to detain her until the cops can come and put her in a camp. And there you go. This is what's happening right now in our backyard every day.
And then as you watch longer, they're all black. Look, you got black guys right there.
Yeah, they're the only ones that flip over cars and go and riot, apparently.
Then they burn it.
These centers are popping up everywhere right now. The one that we saw in Virginia. There's the Marine base one now that looks more like a rural suburbia kind with the churches and all that as well. And now we have this. This is even more in depth. This is completely mind-blowing. It gives me chills watching this to see the links they're going to, the training they have that they're going through to bring this to our country on our streets.
We're going to continue to follow this tomorrow on the radio, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, this is extended, expanded coverage here on Infowars Nightly News. These are the times that try men and women's souls. I've only scratched the surface here. You've got to go read FM 3-39.40, where it says it's for you and your family, and how they're going to break up the families inside the camps. This nightmare will come true if we don't wake up from it and say no. It's just that simple. The good news is the military knows how illegal this is, knows how bad it is, but can they get the word out? Can we get the word out? Can you get the word out? And what do we call this report tonight? Obama preparing martial law? A big army, regular army, or army trains to take on black Americans? I mean, there's so many things in this story. Preparations for martial law goes into high gear. Breaking video. Because see, so much of this is headlines, and I share with you our knowledge as viewers of our frustrations, because my problem is I underestimate how bad things are. I don't exaggerate most of the time. That's rare when we get it wrong and say that it's, worse than it actually is. It's usually much worse than we even thought. So I don't even know how to respond to this treason. Joe, in closing, what should we call this report tonight?
There's so much going on right here. There's so much that it's hard to pinpoint one thing. It's just...
Well, you saw that clip earlier where they go, we're just here to let you know we're here as federal police and to watch your neighbors. I mean, it's Twilight Zone. It's direct authoritarianism. Ladies and gentlemen, send this video that we'll later post on YouTube at Infowars.com to your friends and family. Send it to Congress. Send it to other radio hosts. If Americans want any future, we better reverse this. This is not security. This is insecurity. This is being done so they can politically break this country's back and make us domesticated slaves. Bottom line, that's what this type of stuff is for. Well, that's it for this extended coverage. Great job to the incredible crew. Please continue to support us and your prayers. Until tomorrow, I'm Alex Jones signing off from the Infowars Media Center.